everybody, Rich Norton here with RMS Sales Training and Inspiration. Welcome to the show. I am excited and delighted to be with you. I am so thrilled about all the success that our representatives are having with Retriever Merchant Solutions. What's amazing, and this is incredible, we have representatives reaching out to us all the time from other merchant service companies. The word is getting out, and the message that I'm hearing all the time, we love what you guys are doing over there at Retriever, especially in the Rich Norton supergroup, the RPS supergroup, and that's what separates us from everybody else, because the same story that I hear time and time and time again is, I just started out with a new merchant service company and I feel like I'm all alone. I'm trying to figure this business out and I'm getting no training at all. Every time I call someone, no one's available. They tell me to watch videos and I'm out here trying to figure everything out on my own. And that's pretty much what I'm hearing. And I'm thinking about, we have several new representatives that just started out with us. I have been taking them through one-on-one training with Rich Norton. So that's what these shows are. That's what we're going to focus on today. But what I'm doing is I'm taking these representatives one-on-one. We don't rush through it. We take our time. We have a lot of interacting. We do a lot of role playing. We work on things. And we take them through from the beginning all the way to the end. And I had a couple representatives brand new, just starting out, and they're like, man, we're doing great. We love this. I'm thinking about how much I'm at today, how much I know, how much knowledge I have, how much information that I have, all the confidence that I have compared to where I was when I first started out. Here I am, and I'm figuring this thing out. And you can feel the excitement that they have. You feel their enthusiasm. They're real fired up about making it happen with our company. And I'm excited about that because I love doing this. I really do. I love watching people, and if I can, helping people succeed and helping them achieve their goals. And that's what we do. That's why I do these shows. I love doing the shows. I love the excitement. I love the enthusiasm. I love sharing the knowledge. And it's amazing because I don't have all the answers, but I've seen the success that I have. I see the success that other representatives have. And I want to make sure that all of you out there, especially those with Retriever Merchant Solutions, have all the tools to be successful in our industry. But it even goes beyond that. I'm thinking about the representatives. I was talking to Mike Aloya, president of American Hearts Radio, and he was saying, you know, whether you realize it or not, there are people watching your show just for the enthusiasm, just for the encouragement, just for the positive mental attitude, just because there's so much negativity out there in the world, and here you are spreading good cheer. That's helping them in daily living. And I'm thinking, that's fantastic. That's what it's all about. That's what we want to do. I want to be a light in the dark world because there's a lot of darkness out there, lots of negativity out there, lots of bad things out there. All you got to do is turn on social media, negativity, division everywhere. I have made a commitment. I'm not going down that road. There are things that people post on Facebook and all this social media, and I want to respond, but I don't. I'm like, that's not going to get me anywhere. All that's going to do is spread more division. I'm going to get riled up. They're going to get riled up. Regardless of how I believe, how you believe, I believe that if we have a positive attitude and we encourage one another, we love one another, we're helping one another, that's the most important thing. That is way more important than any other issue that's out there on social media. So keep that in mind, just a little side note right there. But I wanted to just share that excitement that I have, being able to provide all the tools for representatives coming into this industry that want to have success with us. And I'm thrilled to be able to do that through the shows, through the Monday morning motivations, through the videos that we do, through the training classes that we do. It's all available for you, and it keeps getting better. There's no way that anybody could say, they didn't give me enough training. They didn't provide enough for me. There's no way anybody can say that. As a matter of fact, we probably provide too much, but that's fine. So it's right there. All of it works as long as you work. Very important. I was talking about that with a group today, sharing some things. They're like, this is fantastic. They were sharing, this is wonderful stuff. I love how you've got everything laid out. I love the format. But I said, keep this in mind. This is me talking. A guy that's been doing this for a long time. I leave the house at 7 in the morning. I'm out till 5:30, 6 o'clock at night. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I put 25 business cards in my pocket. I'm prepared to do what it takes in order to become successful. If you do that and you apply all the things that we're teaching you through the videos, through the training, everything that we have, you are going to have success with Retriever Merchant Solutions. So I'm thrilled. I'm fired up. I'm excited. I'm ready for you to make it happen. So this show is in our series. We're getting closer to the end. Again, I'm not rushing through it. I will review some things. You can watch them over and over again, and you might say, didn't he talk about that on the last show? Yes, he did, but he felt it was important to keep bringing it up again. So we'll review things. We'll go over things. I want to make sure you have this stuff down so when you go out and you visit merchants, you can say, I have the knowledge, because knowledge equals confidence. So let's resume with our one-on-one training with Rich Norton. We will work a little bit about equipment. We'll work about closing a little bit more, assuming the close. We'll get into whatever we need to do. I'm fired up. Break out your notebooks. Let's make it happen. I'll see you in a couple minutes.
Hi, we're Rich and Lee Norton with the Hands and Feet Foundation. Hands and Feet is a wonderful ministry where we serve on the west side of Jacksonville, Florida.
And this is a ministry that's near and dear to our heart. There's so many wonderful things that happen out there. Come to 7478 103rd Street, Jacksonville, Florida, or you can go to handsandfeetfoundation.org, or if you want to go to Facebook, Hands and Feet Westside. Come and see what we do. Check us out. If you'd like to give, or if you'd like to donate your time, whatever it may be. I mean, we're just loving this ministry. Love for you to be part of it as well. All right, I'm back here with you, one-on-one training with Rich Norton. Thrilled to be with you, excited to be here with you. And I just want to do a little review. You know, we had talked about different types of equipment, different types of products that we have available. When you were going through, like, finding out where the merchant was, we talked about traditional processing, and then how to talk to a merchant that's already in an existing lease. Now remember that formula. For every $300 that they owe, you're going to add $10 more to the lease to buy out that lease. So that gives you some more opportunities for merchants that are currently out there and they say to you, I'm in a lease, I can't do anything. Now you can say, not a problem. Many of the merchants that we've been helping out are currently in a lease. We provide a way out for them. Oh, you guys can do that? Yes, we do that all the time. Continue presentation. Objection handled, not an issue at all. So very important that you have that information. If you haven't watch that over again. We have a lot of different options now as we move into the new year. This is something that I've been fighting for, something that I felt was important for us to get implemented as a company, is a rental program. It went even better and more exciting than I even anticipated. Not only did we get it done, but we got it done at a higher level. So this way, for any merchant that you meet out there, you're going to have a program that's going to make sense to that merchant. Whether we do a rental program, so if a merchant says, do I have to be in a lease? Not at all. We've got programs available for everybody. And it's going to go anywhere from $59.99 per month, where you can make over $700 up front, all the way down. And if you find a merchant that is a small merchant, but they want equipment, Well, $49.99 rental or lease probably is not going to make a lot of sense to them. So if we need to go all the way down to $19.99, yes, we put that in for you, because I'm of the philosophy a little bit of something's better than a whole lot of nothing. You can still write that merchant, help that merchant, get that account, and still make $100 up front. Get the account, get as many as you possibly can. I'm excited. We're getting ready to implement that program. So yes, more options available for all of you. So that rental program is going into effect. We are going to have rental programs for POS systems. We have new POSs starting out. If you run across a merchant that might be a mobile merchant, I ran into one today. It was a referral. He did auto glass, replacing auto glass. He was the type of business that said, look, you helped another merchant out, I want a program for my phone. I wrote him up on Swipe Simple. We have that program available. $7.95 per month. You've got the Bluetooth reader. You can charge $130 up front, covers everything, or you can charge more and make more up front. So a smaller merchant, yes, you can write those type of merchants. Let's say you run across a merchant that says, I have a virtual terminal, that's what I want. Well, guess what? We have that available also with our NMI program, our Transacts program, or Authorize.net. Look those up on the sales portal. All that information is available. For a merchant that has website processing, do we have that? Yes, we do, through these virtual terminals. All that is available. If you run across a merchant that is looking more for a smart terminal, we have the Clover Mini. The Point, hoping we get that back. I'm hearing through the grapevine that there is a updated Point coming out, so hopefully we'll have that soon. I like that terminal. That has been available. Hopefully it will soon be available. If you find a merchant that wants to do cash discount, Deja Vu terminal. We have the PAX terminal. There's an updated app-based PAX terminal. We can look into that as well. We have the Deja Vu Z11, Z9 if it's a wireless. So if they're a mobile business and would like to have their own terminal, yes, we have that available also. So what am I pointing out to you? We have something available for everyone. So when you get to that part where you're explaining the program, what you need to find out is what are their needs. You already found out where they stand when it comes to terminal. Do they own it? Do they rent it? Are they leasing it? Do we need to buy them out from the lease? What do we need to do? All that information we've already found out. But while we're speaking to the merchant, keep this in mind, the best representatives are the best listeners. You have to learn to listen to the people, ask questions, and when you're asking the question, listen to them, be concerned about that, get to know them, find out what their needs are. Now you know what to do for this particular merchant. Every merchant is unique. Keep that in mind. We want to learn the basics. We want to learn the presentation, but we need to find out what is the best option for this particular merchant. So let's say, for example, we are explaining the Deja Vu, or let's say we're doing a mini Clover or a Point terminal. Very important that you have that out there, that you explain it with excitement, you explain it with enthusiasm. That's why we have the rep presentation, where we have all the products in there. Now keep in mind, in the rmssupercrew.com, look up training materials. Again, password is required. Call me, email me, I'll give you the password. You'll see rep presentation. We have a full presentation that you can download on your iPad or your laptop. While you're explaining to the merchant, you can just show them the different pages. If you're old school like me, you can print them out and put them in your book. Everything will flow together right with your presentation. It's nice to have those visual aids where you can go right from the beginning. Mr. Merchant, this is who we are. RMS, Retriever Merchant Solutions, #1 Office, WorldPay, if that's what you're presenting. #1 direct processor. Last year, you're showing another page, 726 billion in processing. Largest processor. Here's another page. Here's some of the people we do processing for. CVS, Office Depot, Cracker Barrel. So we're building credibility, we're giving a presentation, and we have the color slicks or the pictures while you're showing them on your iPad. It's right there. It's gonna flow right with your presentation. It's exciting just to have all that. So keep in mind, that's on there. So make sure you get that presentation down. And then when you're getting ready to explain the equipment, you've got that in there also. You've got different statements in there. Remember we talked about that, little review. Statements for every type of merchant. Make sure that they're in there. Have them all in there. Average tickets, 10 bucks, 25, 50, 100, 200. Make sure everything is in there so you can give examples to the merchant. Now when you explain the equipment, we even have videos on there. So if you're showing the point terminal, the mini clover, whatever you're showing, there's videos of that, or you can show a picture. And show it with excitement. You know, here's the new Deja Vu terminal. Right on the screen, we'll have the option. It'll say credit or debit. Nobody wants to touch things anymore, right? We're in that world. It's got tap and pay. Swipe the card if you need to. Chip card technology is in there. Tap the card. All the technology is in there. Prints out a receipt. Customer gets a receipt. Settles that out at the end of the day. Money's in the bank next day. If you're explaining the point or the mini clover or whatever you're explaining, have a video, or better yet, have the actual terminal and show it to them. That's going to go a long way, especially when you're showing these point terminals. That's certainly going to go a long way, and people look at it like, man, that thing looks cool. That's awesome, man. I love that. That's great. All those things totally make a difference. So you're selling the value of the equipment. Like if you're doing these smart terminals, you're talking about this. Do you remember when that smartphone first came out, or the cell phone came out? All it did was make calls. That was it. And then they added texting. And then they came out with the smartphone. Now the smartphone's got apps and it does everything. It's a mini computer. Same thing with the credit card terminal. All it did was take terminals. All it did was take credit cards. Now, even to this day, many merchants still have the dumb terminal. All it does is takes credit cards. What we came up with is the smart terminal, and then you show that. And it takes merchants into the next century. And people look at it, it's like, wow, man, that's great. That thing's cool. I love that. So you've explained the value of that. That is all on page 22. Presentation of terminal, and you'll notice right in the front it says present with enthusiasm. Whether you are actually showing a demo model or pictures of the terminal, have the merchants visualizing having the program already. Very important that you've got that part down. And then when you're doing a breakdown of the cost, you are selling the value of the equipment. There's certain ways to do that. We talked about that in a previous show. Sean Benson, fantastic the way he does it. When he breaks down a lease, typically he'll do a $60 a month lease. But what he does, he just doesn't come out with it and say it's $60 a month. He breaks down 3 different buckets that they have. 15 something for this, 25 for this, 20, which is exactly how he does it. And it sells the value of the equipment. Same thing, however you do it, make sure you're selling the value. That's the best way to explain it. We've got a breakdown. Many of the merchants that we've been helping out have been wanting a program like this, but they've not been in a position to spend thousands and thousands of dollars doing it. What we have done for our merchants is we broke everything down into one monthly. However you're doing it. If you prefer to do a lease because you're going to make more money up front, fantastic. If you're doing a rental, as you know, we have that program right now. What we've done, this covers the hardware, it covers the software, It covers the technology updates as well as a full 48-month warranty. You see how I sold the value of that? And we broke all those different monthly and we put it into one, which allows the merchant to completely write everything off, and they're going to do it at just $59.99. Simple as that, right? And this gives the merchants a 100% tax deduction. Before I leave here, I am going to give you a form, and here you go. On the website, under training materials, you will see IRS code deducting leases and rental. You can print that out. It comes directly from the IRS office. Print it all out and you can give that to the merchant. Let them know. If you do your taxes yourself or if you got your own professional that does it, give that to them so they're aware that you're going to be able to write this off. And they're like, wow, 100% tax deduction. That is awesome. So again, you can do the lease or you can do the rental, and that's how you explain the equipment right there. So when you get to this part, this is kind of where we left off in our last show. A lot of the representatives, they're like, okay, where do I go from here? I gave a dynamic presentation to this merchant. What do I say? What do I do at this point? Do I just hope they say yes? Do I ask them a question? That's where you don't want to go. You want to assume the close. Just like we've been talking about, right from the beginning, everything that we've been doing from the beginning is assuming the close, all the way through. So when you get down to this point, you've already had the merchant visualizing having the program already. They already know about everything. You've taken them through each step, from the intro to the pre-qualifier, to the presentation, to finding out what type of equipment that they have, finding out what is going to be the best program for this particular merchant, giving a breakdown of how we're going to set it up for them, and now we're just going to do a summary of everything. So that's how we lead into the next part, and that's on page 23 in the training materials. So what you're going to do is you're going to give a breakdown. So going forward, these are terms that you're going to be using starting today, going forward, from here on in, from this day forward. So when you use terms like that, you are assuming the close. So keep that in mind. Starting today, going forward, you're going to be with the #1 direct processor. Building that up again. Remember we talked about that. 726 billion. Doing all the big stores, all the big chains. You're going to be with that program right there. You're going to have the state-of-the-art equipment, which we showed you. By the way, here we go. We're visualizing having the program. By the way, where do you think you want to keep the equipment with our equipment? Do you want to keep it in the same spot that you have it right now, or would you like to move it? Okay, I think we would keep it in the same spot. Great. What have I done right there? I have them visualizing having our program right now. Not only that, you can ask another question. I see that you have that on the Ethernet cable, or you're on a phone line right now. Yeah, we had a separate phone line. Well, we can get rid of that right there, and most of our businesses put it on an Ethernet cable, or they can even put it on Wi-Fi. Oh, you guys do that? Which do you think you guys would prefer? Visualizing having the program right there. So we're doing a summary. We're talking about they're going to have state-of-the-art equipment. They're also going to have the full warranty. So if something happens to the equipment, call our office. Live human being will answer the phone right here in America, and they'll send brand new equipment next day. So you're under warranty with that also. If you're doing these other products, I know Clover only has the 1-year warranty. We're working on something with that, but we'll get into that more as we go along. Also, customer service question ever comes up, live human being all the time. So you've obviously seen the huge difference between the savings, and this is what you're talking about if you're doing traditional processing. Originally, with Brand X, you were at 0.50, 10 cents. Going forward, you're going to be at 0.258 cents. We got rid of all those junk monthly fees. We're taking care of everything for you. Merchants love the fact that they're dealing with a representative like myself face to face. They love the fact that they're getting direct processing rates with an A+ rated company. So there I've given a nice summary of everything that we just talked about. So we're going to take a short break. We're going to close the show, and we're going to get into the close, no pun intended. So we're going to close the show, and we're going to cover the close, how to lead into that after we've done the summary, and we'll get into the more of the close on the next episode of One-on-One Training with Rich Norton. I'll be right back in a moment. Hey, it's Rich Norton here with Retriever Merchant Solutions. Thank you for tuning in to all of our shows on RMS Sales Training and Inspiration. I want you to know that we do have great news. This is an update to let you know that we are expanding. We're not content where we're at. We are expanding all around the country. And for me, what I like to do, I like to help people achieve their dreams. And in my heart, I know that the Retriever Merchant Solutions dream is an incredible one. It does not take a lot of experience in sales. The main thing that I'm looking for are people that have desire and determination and are willing to do what it takes to become successful. So if you're that type of person, I know you've been watching the shows, you've been seeing what we're doing, and you're seeing people achieve incredible success. This is an opportunity that you may qualify for. All you have to do is just give me a call at 904-434-4635. You can call me directly. You're going to see the email, so if you like to email or text, either way, as you can probably imagine, we are getting calls like crazy. People all around the country are excited about jumping on board the Retriever Success Train. So if that's you, you want to learn more about it and how you can qualify, give me a call. Once again, 904-434-4635. Have a great day. Okay, Rich Norton is right back here with you. Great stuff. I hope you're absorbing all this. And the cool part about this, now that we have it on video, you can watch it over and over again, because it's real important that when you get to this part right here, that you understand assuming the close. We don't want to have any thoughts of, I hope they say yes, or what do I need to do? Sit around and wait for them to say yes, or hopefully they'll call me back. We're going to get rid of all that. We're just going right for the close, because if you've done everything the right way all the way up to this point, at this point the merchant should be saying, this is great, I'm saving money, the guy's a good guy, I like him, I've been listening to him, I trust him or her, whoever's explaining it, and then all I have to do is just close at this point. So you've given that summary, you've given a brief summary of everything. Now you're going to lead into the close. Again, on page 23, you'll see it right there. And I'll say to the merchant, at this point, every merchant says to me, Rich, this is a no-brainer. What do I need to do to get started? And I'm shaking my head up and down as I'm saying that. And they're thinking the same thing. That's what we're assuming. And I want them to say, yeah, what do I need to do? Well, that's what I was thinking right now. Well, everybody does. That's exactly what I've been saying. And now you're going to tell them how easy it is. Because here's what you have to do. You have to put yourself in a merchant's position. You have to understand that they're thinking, all right, is this going to be hard? Do I have to go through the whole ordeal of setting everything up? Do I have to call my processor? Do I got to call my bank? What do I need to do to get this started? Is this going to be a big ordeal? You want to explain to them how easy it is and how you're going to handle everything. If you don't do that, you can better get used to hearing, let me think about it, let me talk to you later, give me your card, this is overwhelming. If you're getting a lot of that, you're missing something along the way. So keep this in mind. When you get to this point, make it sound, which it should be and will be, as easy as possible. Put yourself in that merchant's shoes and find out in their head that's exactly what they're thinking. So you explain to them, Here's how easy it is. That's how you explain it. The transition is very quick, and this is how I do it. Today is Monday. You're going to get the equipment by Wednesday or Thursday. That's how fast we are. Once you get it, the office is going to call you. They're going to walk you through unplugging and plugging the new one in. That's how easy it is. Just like that. Oh, okay. We don't have to do anything to it? Not at all. We do the whole process. They'll run a couple transactions with you, make sure everything's working fine. We're going to show you how to do voids, refunds, very easy. For those you representatives that are doing the install yourself, which I recommend, especially for newer representatives, go in there, get it done, call the RMS rep support line. You walk them through it. You set it up for them. This is going to help you in the long run, and it's going to help you get a lot of referrals. So if you're going to do that, let them know. Today's Monday. You'll get the equipment by Wednesday. I'm going to come in. Oh, you're coming back? Oh, yeah, you get to see my face again. This isn't the typical guy that you only see one time and that's it. You will see my face again. I'll come in, help you set it up, show you how to use it, and we go a step further. We are going to walk you through how to cancel your current processor. You guys handle that too? Wow, I just was going to ask you about that. And that's how you do it. You have to make it sound seamless. You have to make it sound as easy as possible, which it is. Don't make a big ordeal out of this. Make sure they understand how seamless, how easy it is with this transition. If you do that, closing the merchant will be very simple. It'll flow right along with everything that we just talked about. So that's what I wanted to share with you today. We did a great review. We did a summary. We got into the close, how we get to the close. The next show, we're going to expand on that a little bit more. We may talk about how to handle objections. Lots of good stuff here. Again, I don't want to rush through it. I want to make sure we got this down. I make sure that you guys are 100% informed and you got the knowledge, which means you have the confidence. What a great day. What a great show. This is a great gift from God. No doubt about it. As you know, I always say that. What you do with this day is your gift back to God. Make it a good one. I'll see you next time on RMS Sales Training and Inspiration.